Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football. DeShaun Foster, this UCLA program, doing some really nice work on the recruiting trail. Saturday afternoon landing another massive commitment in the 2025 class coming from four-star safety Jaden Hudson from the state of California. Now, I'm a really big fan of Jaden Hudson. Buzzed his film the other day, 6 interceptions as a junior, just one of the premier ball hawking safeties in this 2025 cycle. But I want to start with what DeShaun Foster is doing on the recruiting trail, but specifically in the state of California. And this was something that you go back to the conversations that we had when Chip Kelly left UCLA. We were talking about all the different candidates that UCLA could go with at the head coach spot. The big thing we talked about was, can UCLA get a head coach in that's going to get it done on the recruiting trail, specifically in the state of California? This is the fourth four-star commitment in the 2025 class from a California prospect. You look at the last couple of years for Chip Kelly and UCLA, the last two cycles, they had only 2 4-star commitments from the state of California. And you take a look at what DeShaun Foster is doing in this 2025 cycle, it's already up to 4. Massive fan of what DeShaun Foster's doing on the recruiting trail, specifically in the state of California. Fired up to get into Jaden Hudson. Before we do it, as always, just want to say thank you to you guys. And it's been a blast talking this UCLA program since DeShaun Foster has taken over. All the support y'all have shown the fellas truly does mean a lot. If you guys do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Again, all the support in the middle of June when the boys are talking recruiting, that stuff means the world. Appreciate you guys. And without further ado, let's get into Jaden Hudson. And I want to start with just the ability to make those game-changing plays. And you look at what UCLA did so well in 2023. Yes, they got after the quarterback. They did a phenomenal job stopping the run. Another thing they were excellent in is forcing turnovers. And I think anyone who's watched college football for really the last couple of years, you kind of know that one of the most important metrics to winning football games at the collegiate level is taking away the football. And you look at Jaden Hudson, 6 interceptions as a junior, and think what stands out with Jaden Hudson is he's got really good instincts in terms of going up, making plays on the football. And that comes as he was a two-way player at the high school level. He's a wide receiver as well. So when that football is in the air, he is very comfortable going up, making plays on the football. Another thing that I really do like about Jaden Hudson is what he can do in the box, stopping the run. And you look at UCLA making that transition into the Big Ten. It's no secret that one of the question marks we have about this program is, hey, can you stop the run against a lot of Big Ten teams that are going to line up with 2 tight ends and try to run the football? Having safeties that can come up into the box and kind of be a force, stopping the run as well, it's going to be a massive storyline. I think Jaden Hudson gives you some of that juice as well. You get into the film and it kind of just highlights how many different ways that Jaden Hudson can impact the game from that safety spot. Right here, you're seeing kind of like some off-man coverage here. But I think what you want to focus on is his ability to take away throwing windows. I mean, you look at this, the ball's coming out right here. Jaden Hudson, breaking on this football, that throwing window is certainly there. And it quickly goes away with Jaden Hudson taking it the other way to the house. Again, talk about game-changing plays. Jaden Hudson has that ability. I think the next rep also kind of shows the ability to take away those throwing windows, break on the football, fire this piece of film up. You kind of freeze frame it here. I don't blame the quarterback for taking this check down in the flat. That football is out. Jaden Hudson breaking on the football, taking that throwing window away, taking it to the house. 2 pick sixes with the ability to really jump routes, make those game-changing plays. Now you get a little chance, and we saw him kind of make it happen in man coverage, which is a massive asset for a safety. You look at all the things you can do when you have safeties that can come up and play man coverage. Take a look at Jaden Hudson kind of playing that too high safety look where, again, just reading the quarterback's eyes, seeing what's in front of him. That football's in the air. Jaden Hudson, as a wide receiver too, going up, attacking the football, making a massive, massive play. I love what this kid can do in terms of creating turnovers. This route kind of funny, but it kind of shows you the ball skills. Anybody who has just throwing the football around with their buddies on the turf, you kind of know how hard it is to track some of those footballs when they're up in the air. You're moving backwards. Jaden Hudson making it happen. I am a big fan of this this pickup for DeShaun Foster and UCLA. And again, just kind of in my mind, I mean, look at how much ground we're covering here playing that two high safety look. When you have it, I mean, he can certainly play single high safety too, covering a ton of ground and then going up, taking away the football. Game changer in the back end for this UCLA defense. You take a look at what UCLA has done in this 2025 cycle. You got Big Madden locked up. We did a breakdown on him. We're a big fan of what he can do at UCLA in the quarterback spot. You look at linebacker Weston Port, 3-star according to 24/7 Sports, but on the composite, 4-star prospect. You look at running back Carson Cox. On other services, he's a top 10 running back nationally. He's a 4-star on the composite as well. So you look at Jaden Hudson, you look at Madden, you look at Weston Port, Carson Cox. That is 4 composite 4-stars in this 2025 class, all from the state of California. That's a massive trend for UCLA. And again, it was no secret when we went away from Chip Kelly, we brought DeShaun Foster in. One of the biggest conversations was, can you get it done on the recruiting trail? At a certain point, it doesn't really matter if you are a brilliant offensive mind. You have to acquire talent to compete at the top end of this collegiate football sport. I think DeShaun Foster coming in, he's getting it done. I think that's the most exciting aspect for this UCLA program. We'll cut it there. Big time commitment from Jaden Hudson. Love to see what they're doing on the recruiting trail, specifically in California. Appreciate you guys rocking with it. Again, if y'all do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you guys. We'll talk to y'all later.